he was set up, and how he was set up in detail. To this assessment, I watched all the people's reactions. I watched people even saying how the manager was lying. I watched all that. I watched everything. And you know, I watched the video many times. I watched both videos many times. I watched both of them. He was definitely set up. And okay, when you look at the video, you see King Von. You'll see him you'll see him run you'll see King Von like talking to some people or whatever, and you'll see Quando Rondo. You'll see Quando Rondo. You'll see him talking to somebody in the white car, and as Quando talking to the person in the white car, it was kind of like on cue. They was kind of watching Quando. I mean, they was watching King Von. They was like watching him, like, okay, who knows how long for? Because the video, you really don't see before that how long they was out there for. That will be the key. The key video need to be seen. How long was they coughing? That's one video that's missing right there. That we don't know how long. We don't know how long
You're just too kind.
he was actually right there. That's the only one video.
Is that you?
That's
okay,
the only.
if you're gonna try and scare me, no.
That's the one video that we missing. If we had that video, then we would know exactly like what happened.
Yeah.
So, but in the video that we do see, we see a Quando Rondo right there in the white car talking to somebody, and then as soon as like we see King Von like talking to people, then walk towards him, it's like it was on cue. Okay, go over there, and because they was what they was trying to do was bait the reaction. Something had happened before, for him to react like that. Something, they were on a phone or something. Something was said for him to react like that, because they needed him to react in order for them to try to get some self-defense claim. So I don't know what conversation happened, but the conversation had happened. They knew they was going to get that reaction out of Von. I don't know what the conversation was, but something had happened. So that was like baiting, because they knew where the cameras was going to be. They knew exactly where the cameras was going to be. The club cameras. They knew the club had cameras. So they mean they cased the area. They cased the area. They cased it. They knew, okay, this was premeditated and planned. It was planned. So they had the area already cased. They knew where the cameras was. They knew where the cameras was. So once they had the plan into motion to bait the reaction out. Dang, they got away. They had the reaction or whatever. The plan was put into motion, and they knew they was gonna get the reaction. Now Von, who knows if Von, you know what I'm saying, could have not reacted that way, but something happened to. I mean, they probably. I'm trying to figure out what could have been said to where he was gonna react like that for sure. It was something, I don't know, but you know, it was something to make that man react like he did. Something was said. Something was being said, but they knew what they were doing. And the manager, from what the guy was saying and the video footage, it seems like it was a lie. Cause I mean, he was, you know. But I don't want to get into that. I'm just going off the setup part. What I believe is the setup. You know, now if Vaughn wouldn't have been hot-headed and reacted like that, he would possibly still be alive, you know. But who knows what was said that made him react like that? Something was said. It could have been all kind of things. Your dead homies. Somebody could have been saying something, alright, fuck your dead homies or some shit, or that's gonna make anybody react. It could have been anything. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what was said. He probably had a reason to react like that, like, you know. But it wasn't self-defense because the guy had no reason to shoot. He was not in fear of his life. He was not in fear of his life. It was a fight. Quando Rondo was, I mean, it ain't like he had a gun.
Make them suffer.
He had a gun or something. He didn't have a gun. They started fighting and he shot instantly. They talking about, and then he talking about your man made that song talking about your man should have blew or whatever like that. If your man wouldn't have did that, like, okay, if my homie and another dude fighting and I got a gun, do I'm supposed to come around and just shoot the people or fight or shoot in the air? He could have shot in the air. He definitely could have shot in the air. He didn't have to shoot. He could have shot in the air. He definitely could have shot in the air. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to shoot. He didn't have to shoot King Von. He didn't have to shoot King Von. Nah, he didn't.
Fix that shit yet? Might be faster if you help, man.
He didn't have to shoot him.
I don't want to miss the hot
They shot him because that was a planned assassination. That was planned. That was a planned assassination.
They're out
It
there,
definitely,
Jason.
it definitely was a planned
And
assassination.
get your revenge.
That wasn't a random, you know, fight. He was molded to react that way. Vaughn was molded to react that way. Whatever. We don't know what was said, but he definitely was molded to react that way. You know what I'm saying? He was molded, and they knew they could get him to react. And they at the right place of the cameras, they said you bump right into him. You walk right into him. That was the plan. You walk right into him. I'ma come around the car, boom boom, and then. But you know what I'm saying? They didn't plan on you know what I'm saying? They didn't plan on it being security right there. That's what they didn't plan on. I mean, they didn't plan on getting shot. You know what I'm saying? They didn't plan on that. No. Or the people who planned it, they knew Little Tim and them wouldn't really. They was Little Tim is the sacrifice. They don't really care too much. He's just a shooter. Whoever wanted him out of here, you know what I'm saying? It was bigger than Little Tim and Quando Rondo.
Hey, Adam, my man. So if that car ain't fixed yet, you know you're dead, right?
It was bigger than that, you know. It was much bigger than just Little Tim and Quando Rondo. They the people that, you know, that's the set up stuff, or they set it up or whatever, or the people that do the dirty work, that get their hands dirty. They the face of the chaos or whatever. They the they the they the face of
Make them
they
pay.
they like crash dummies. You know what I'm saying? They crash dummies. But yeah, and Vaughn, he should have. The people he was rolling with that night.
Make mommy proud, Jason.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't let them escape.
Yeah, it wasn't none. I mean, they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know. Only a few people, like the manager, could have been in on it. I mean, the manager, because he came out with an explanation of it. 'Cause, I mean, he shouldn't even came out with the explanation because they could use that in court. And what he was saying was really going against Vaughn, which was kind of weird to me, because the stuff he was saying, it wasn't good for Vaughn's side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if Vaughn wasn't in his right mind. You still don't come out with a story that kind of like messes with with y'all side or whatever. Whose side are you on? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people need to ask the manager like whose side are you on? Like
Sounded like screaming.
like who
bonked upstairs, man.
like whose side are you on? Like the manager. When I seen that video, in my head I ain't trying to get in people's mess, but I'm like,
What's going on? What are you doing?
that ain't good though. You know what I'm saying? Whose side is you on for real? You know?
Be a doll and go check the theaters.
Whose side is you on?
Me, not the fucking
Yeah,
electrician
I don't know, like, kind of shaky to me. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of shaky. Cause
Make them
He
remember
seemed like he
what
working
they
for-
did to us, Jason.
he's like he playing both
Kill
sides.
them.
To me, it's like he playing both sides. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like he just playing both sides.
I can handle the dark. No biggie. I'm not afraid of anything, man.
That's what it seemed like to me. Like he just playing both sides. Cause he talking how Vaughn wasn't in his right mind. When the prosecutor get that, they gonna be like, okay, yeah. But I was trying to figure out how can they get him off with a self-defense though. What I'm trying to figure out when dude didn't even have a gun. You know what I'm saying? Dude didn't have a gun. Dude didn't have no gun. Yeah, dude didn't have a gun. So how can you shoot somebody? In that case, if two people jump at me, I can shoot them.
No!
You know what I'm saying? I could shoot them. Like two people start jumping me, bam, I can take my gun out and shoot them. If that's the case. If that's the case, if anybody jumping you, you can just pull your gun out and shoot them. No matter what. And say, all self-defense, y'all was jumping me.
Help me! Please! Anyone!
So that's my take on it.
Help! Oh God!
No. So that's all I'm gonna say about that for right now.